Today on Simply Happy Conversations, I'm talking with Maria. She is the owner, founder of Organise My Life, based in Sydney. They're a decluttering and organising service. And today I've asked her on so she can share with us some ideas around staying organised with a business, kids, and also a new build, as well as sharing some routines that will help you set up for the new year. Welcome, Maria.
Thank you, Narelle. I'm very excited to chat with you today about how we're just surviving, how we're just getting through the kids' holidays. I'm actually excited about getting back to routine because, when you've got routine, everything seems more simple. Whereas in the holidays, every day, your kids are going somewhere different, or you've got to go to work and you're juggling someone looking after the children. So bring on school.
Yeah. Isn't it funny when we're leading up to Christmas, it's like, oh, bring on the holidays. I just need a break from it. But then by the end of the school holidays, you're like the opposite, like bring back school. So it's nice that we have that both, don't we?
Yeah.
So maybe, sorry.
I was going to say, you realize how important routine is.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. But we need a break from it every now and then, don't we?
Yeah. True.
Just to rejuvenate and then get back to it. So maybe start though. If you were a Barbie doll, what accessories would you come with that just provides some insight into things you like to do other than organising?
So I was thinking, shall I be truthful about this, or should I say what people actually want to hear? But I thought, you know what, I'm gonna strip it back and I'm gonna go very, very truthful. My Barbie doll always brings a mobile phone with her because I feel like at a time for me with children and with the business, my phone is my calendar. It tells me what I'm doing all the time. It's getting my kids from A to B. It lets me know, am I picking them up from school? Are the grandparents picking them up from school? So number one would be my phone, because it definitely is my lifeline, which is quite sad, but I think it's becoming more common. It's what everybody has. My Barbie doll also likes to cook, so she would definitely be bringing her Barbie kitchen with her, because I love cooking. It's my sort of escape. I don't like anybody helping me. I just want to be on my own. I like to just experiment and do my own thing. That's my time out. Unless I've got a passport in my hand, it will probably. Right.
And so for cooking for you, what sort of cooking do you prefer? Like, is it baking? Is it savory? Is it sweet?
Definitely savory. I don't like weighing anything. So baking is quite stressful because you have to get everything so precise. Bread's not too bad. You can sort of move it around a little bit. You don't have to be as precise, but I like just throwing it in. I love tasting it. I love, does it need salt? Does it need something else? Chuck it all in. I like creating, and I love entertaining as well. So always trying to think of something new.
Oh, nice. So tell us about, if I was to come to your house in Sydney and work as a professional organiser, what area would you love help organising in your home right now?
Linen cupboard, definitely. And it's one of those things that because we only started building our house 2 years ago, I could basically choose everything that I wanted. We literally got a piece of paper, drew everything out. And being a professional organizer, it was great because I was like, I'm going to have this here and I'm going to have this here and this is going to help me. My kitchen is super duper organized. Like everything has its place. I had drawers specially made for it. My utensils drawer is actually pots within the drawer. It's all
nice.
But my linen cupboard is the standard. I mean, I'm very lucky. I've got a walk-in, but it's just shelves. And I know that's what everybody's got. And I just can't keep mine tidy. And I'm blaming the children, right? Because I can contain things and I can label things. But if it's only me keeping on top of it, like that's when I think it just all goes wrong.
Yeah.
Like I just literally went in there before, and we keep some crafty type things. There's like pencils on the floor, and so that I think that the thing is, because I have a busy life, I need to be consistent in going in there and just keeping on top of them. And I think sometimes that's what a lot of our clients say, oh, my kids can't keep their toy room tidy. Well, no, like they're never going to keep it tidy, but you have to consistently go in, keep on top
Yeah.
of them to like put it away. Then no one's ever going to do it. And realistically, who wants to go in and organize the linen cupboard unless you're getting paid for it, right?
Yeah.
What
It's
about you?
funny.
What about you, Narelle? I'm interested.
Me,
Yeah.
oh, mine would be like admin. Like I just staying on top of it. It's
Oh,
just
really?
it's consistent and it's boring. I'd much rather organize my linen cupboard over doing the paper admin that I need to do. More for my family. I'm great with the business. When it comes to our family one, it's all in this little box that needs archiving. So maybe at the end of the year, when it's holidays, that's when I seem to do those sort of things.
Yeah.
But yes, if you had someone else, that's when I body doubling basically.
Yeah. And I think when you come to sort of your life admin, I always leave, and I think this is quite common, I always leave my to-do list in my inbox.
Oh
If
yeah.
something, everything that's outstanding, that's all to-dos. If not, it's all away.
Yeah, definitely. So then tell us about when you're helping families to stay organized, and at the moment yourself, you're managing a family, you're managing a business, and also managing a new build. What are some things that you've used to help you stay organized?
Definitely a digital calendar.
Yeah.
I I didn't think I could make the switch. I think if I think before being a professional organizer and having the business, I worked for 25 years before that, and I would always use a proper notepad diary, carried it everywhere. If I couldn't find it, it was an absolute nightmare. I never thought I could do the switch to digital, but now I can't do without the digital. But I think that's just the way life is now. And so having that has really, really helped me. And I always encourage other people, go digital as quickly as you can. Like it might seem quite daunting, but if you can do it, there's so many good apps out there. I'm an Apple user. I love the Apple Calendar. You can have a family share on it. There's lots
Mm.
of different things that you can do. And that really helps me stay on top of managing everything.
And so do you
Um,
have a separate calendar for business and a separate calendar for family?
yeah.
And,
So
and
I
some,
have
yeah,
so because we're a team of seven,
yeah,
we have a separate work calendar because every day we have at least 5 different jobs on. So that's I can access that one on my phone, but because I'm in the office, I generally look at that one on my laptop. But for home life, I have my own calendar and I have a family calendar as well.
yeah.
Because the family calendar is good for, if my partner wants to put something in there, then I know that he's got something on, or vice versa. Or
Mm.
the kids, their social lives are insane. Like even like all their, after school activities, and we're both abreast of everything then.
Yeah. And are yours like teenagers or they're children, like they're
So
younger?
I've got an 11-year-old and an 8-year-old.
Yeah. So
So
because
we
I've got a 15 and 13, and so we've just moved. We've done the digital with the 15, but the 13's about to sort of, he's been introduced to it, and it's like he needs to start using it because everyone else in the family just refers to the digital calendar.
now I know, like, now I'm saying this, and with you just saying that, the way that we run school life, and which I will continue to do, especially because my kids don't really have like devices for doing
Yeah.
things like that. We also have a weekly calendar just on the fridge,
Yes. Same.
and
Yep.
it will be Monday. Olivia's got library, or William's got touch football. And every day I look at that, and it's literally an A4 piece of paper with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then they know exactly what they need to pack for the day. I know what's happening after school. So yeah, I suppose, we are going with the paper as well, but that's a visual for the
Yeah.
children, which I think is really important. So
Yeah,
they can be
definitely.
aware and they can help themselves, which then helps me going, get your library back and
To be
Candy
honest,
yelling and
yeah. And it's only as they've got their own device. So as my kids got their own device
yes.
in going into year 7, that was when it was like, you guys have now your own calendar there too. It's always been there, but now you can actually see it.
Yeah, which is so
Yeah.
good, isn't
Yeah, it
it?
is. Yeah.
I definitely look forward to that. And we've tried like doing chores and things like that. So that's something else that would go up on the fridge as well, so everybody knows what they're doing. And for the start of this year, going into the new school year, again, I want to be super duper organized. So having visuals on the fridge, which is where everybody can see it. And I suppose, if you haven't got a fridge that you can put something on, putting it somewhere where everybody can see, I think is really, really beneficial. So everybody is on the same page, because otherwise the kids get used to, oh, dad's going to do this, mum's going to do this, or grandma's going to do this. You want them to help themselves.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And is there anything else that's helped you in particular around the build then as well to manage that?
Yeah, well, that's been really tough. We've been building for 2 years. My partner's got a really busy job as well. And yeah, especially in the last year, I think in the morning it's been liaising with tradesmen on site whilst yelling, brush your teeth, while getting a call from maybe one of the team members calling in sick. It's been chaotic. And I think if we weren't organized at home by, having planners, having routines, it definitely would have fallen apart. I'm a true believer of, especially, going back into term 1, kids going to bed at a certain time, because then in the mornings they're not tired, they're not grumpy. They're getting their own breakfast and they're doing their own things, which if any of your kids are going to school, then they're at an age where they can be getting their own breakfast. So if they're not tired in the mornings, they can do more in the mornings, which then allows me to do other things because they're just getting on with it and getting changed. Put the kids putting their clothes out every night
Mm.
for the next day. Again, it's just that little bit extra for me in the morning that then it's not, where are my socks? Where's my t-shirt? And again, that gives me that little bit of time in the morning that I might have to go outside and liaise with the tradesman or send some emails out, or just always thinking about how I can free my time in the morning. Because my partner's out at work at 5 a.m. in the morning. He doesn't get back till late. So at home, it's generally me doing drop offs, doing pickups, but running the business as well.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
think having that routine, bedtime, eating dinner together so we can discuss any problems or anything that's going on. It might not be every single night of the week, but there's always someone sitting down with the children to eat. We always eat together.
That's a
And
great
then,
one. That's a really
yeah,
great point about too setting it up at the night before, and in particular that at nighttime discussing, okay, what's the next day, and
yeah.
is there any problems that happened today that we can sort of problem
Oh,
solve before tomorrow.
and I think as well, like with social media now, and there's the kids are trying to aspire to be someone on TikTok or something like that. There's so much of that going on that I want to be really aware of everything that's happening in the school that might be causing them to be upset or anything like that. So, I do actually enjoy sitting down, even if life's chaotic. We still sit down to have dinner together, and then we can discuss everything for the next day. And then it might be, right, kids, 5 minutes, let's do a blast of your bedrooms, quickly go around, tidy everything up. Or I hate coming down to a mess in the morning, so I'm a tidy up, get everything away, so whenever you come down in the morning, then everybody's nice and calm, and rather than it being totally chaotic in the house. So yeah, it's been a crazy year, and I haven't coped every single day. I think you probably find this as well. People think you've got a super organized house because because you're a professional organizer. And yeah, it's hard. Like I
Yeah.
get it. I say to my clients, I get it. Like, you know, my kids' rooms are a mess sometimes as well. And, you know, life is tough. And, you know, I save all my washing till the weekends. I get to
Yeah.
Saturday and I've got like 7 loads to do. And I'm like, oh crikey, what did I do? Why didn't I do one during the week? Like, but it's just life,
But it's
right?
busy. Yes,
It's
exactly.
just getting through it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think too, like being a professional organist, like I'm not sure about you, but like Christmas time, everyone all of a sudden is like, oh my gosh, I need a professional organizer to come and get me ready before Christmas. So you have those ups and downs and you do have those last minutes. And I'm not very good at going, no, sorry, that's it. I'm like, oh, of course I'll help you before Christmas. So
I
yeah,
know.
it does come in,
This
yeah,
is
those
funny.
real waves, doesn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
so true. I tell
Yeah.
you another thing as well that I do, and it can be quite controversial when I've mentioned it before. I freeze sandwiches.
Oh, yeah.
So I will get usually IGA will do like a special on bread rolls, so not even the sliced bread. And I worked it out, real nerdy of me, but it worked out cheaper to get a bread roll than 2 slices of bread. And I would literally buy like 30 bread rolls and I'd butter them all. And then I'd get all the ham out, put the cheese on top, no salad, done. Straight in the freezer. Make sure you put some butter on it so it doesn't make the bread soggy.
Yeah.
So every day, just grab one out. They're defrosted by lunchtime. And as long as you freeze them fresh, the bread is fresh, it will defrost fresh as well.
Yeah.
And I don't have to make 2 lots of sandwiches in the morning. And I know it's not much, but it's still a
Yeah.
help.
Oh, definitely, definitely. What other tips have you got around routines for getting back to school?
Have your car prepared.
Oh, yes.
So I think everybody's got these situations where, you know, they've got toothpaste down the shirt and you just throw a pack of baby wipes in the car. Just it's always handy. So tissues, baby wipes, maybe a spare drinks bottle, and definitely hats because we're always leaving the house without a hat. And, you know, then they can't play outside and they've got to stay in the shade. So have an organized car is definitely one.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Well, thank you so much for your time and sharing your life and knowledge, Maria. And yes, and hopefully some people will come away with some tips that they can get started on the new year and feel organized. Thanks, Maria.